back on 843 TV, coming to you from Bridges Prep on the Celadon campus, talking with the staff and the new head of school. Ladies, we've been talking about the whole child approach. How does that look like in these early grades?
Well, we start with just developing a classroom atmosphere where the kids feel safe and loved. And in that, they're going to be more free to speak out and share their ideas when they feel like they have a voice. So that's very important. And then our lessons are challenging and engaging. We want the learning to be student-centered, and the teachers step back and be more of a facilitator of the learning. And so the kids are collaborating in groups and doing the work together and problem solving together. And then there's just this mutual respect for each other. And when that's happening, learning is more meaningful and taking place.
So you're empowering the kids is what you're doing. That's wonderful. Any thoughts from your end?
I totally agree. I think when you make your classroom community a safe environment for the kids and they feel loved and they feel welcome and they take ownership, the academics just fall into place. I think once you set the tone, it takes a good month for kindergartners to really get them in the routines and to really let them know that you love them and you care about them. And I always tell my kids, nobody's bad. You're not in trouble. We always talk about it. We talk about the character traits. Once they understand that, they want to do well for you. They want to learn. They get excited about learning, and it just makes the learning so fun, and it just comes easy.
One question I do have, we haven't talked about, parents. How do you want parents to facilitate their kids from their classrooms? What can they do?
Well, we love parent involvement. Any kind of volunteer, they'd like to come in and read or work with kids doing activities, chaperoning field trips. We encourage them to read with their kids at home every night. That's probably one of the most important things. And one of the things that I see happening less and less is parents talking with their kids. So many kids are on tablets. So I just encourage the parents to talk with their kids and ask those open-ended questions instead of just how was your day, what was the best part of your day, or what center did you go to, or how, what was the worst part, just different things to really get your kids talking and have those conversations.
Gary, from your view from the top, what is your view of that whole child approach?
So whole child approach doesn't happen by accident. You've got to have amazing educators. Amazing educators are what makes that foundation work across the board. It's got to be consistent at kindergarten and all the way through 12th grade. This was new at Bridges this year as far as doing their morning meetings in 12th grade and also down to the middle school. There's going to be discomfort with that. But ultimately, it's so important that we build these quality relationships and connections with our students. And we do it in many avenues. One, it's through those really amazing diagnostic interventions in classrooms. But two, it's through Huddle. And Huddle is something I personalize on every campus. It's about building an amazing culture for kids and having that consistent language. So when we bring together kids, October 4th is our Huddle. That's where we're going to talk about courage and acceptance. And then that's also anti-bullying month. And that's where we're going to talk about what that looks like in a school and all of the supports that you have. But it's important that we recognize the great things that our kids are doing outside of this school and also inside of the school. And then we take our kids to Outback Steakhouse. All of our kids that are students of the month go to Outback Steakhouse. But the most important thing is learning a pillar. And a pillar of character is so important that we develop quality citizens in our schools. So if you have the name on the pillar as far as courage, and that's all you have on your marquee, that does nothing in your school. But if you talk about it, you give kids strategies to work on it in school, and it happens in our morning meetings in every single one of our classes, that's when you're making the magic happen.
Yeah, I want to also touch base. We're on the low grade campus now, but I want to talk a little bit about the middle school, because from here they move forward, right? As they articulate into 3rd, 4th, 5th campus, grade campus. Tell us about their experiences and what we think they're going to have.
Yeah. So in middle school at Bridges, you're not a number. And unfortunately, in some of our schools, we have so many kids. And I have been in schools where we've had 42 in a classroom. That will not happen at Bridges Preparatory School, where we guarantee our class size at 23. Because ultimately, you have to personalize education for kids. They have to have that sense of belonging. They have to be connected to their environment. And when you have well over 40 in a classroom, we certainly compromise the educational environment.
As we wrap up, I know it's so exciting with the campus coming soon. Tell us about that, where we are with it, and what to expect.
Well, I'm just so happy for our families that have been so dedicated to our school. I'm happy for our board. Our board has worked tirelessly to get this campus to where we're going to be. And I'm also happy for all of our educators and our students, because they're so committed to our school, and all of these students that love to come here. But what about being on one campus? That is where it is going to be. All of the fruits of that labor comes together when we're on that same campus, K to 12. So in January, grades 5 through 12 will be on our new campus, and then in August of next year, K through 12 all together, and we'll be able to serve 1,196 students, and we will be filling every single one of those seats, because this is the best school in this area.
And we can't wait to be there with you and check it all out. So we thank you all for watching this episode of 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.